And we're back, Human Nuggets here with some more Modern Warfare 2 content for you today. It's just after 2 AM for me here, so sorry if I sound a bit tired. After the update finished mid-afternoon, I was like, oh, you know, I can get both of these weapons done before I gotta make a video, and then I can have both of them, and... oh, terrible idea. Especially for this, the ISO 45 here. Great gun. Terrible for long shots though. So that took almost as long as the entire Tempest did, just getting long shots on this one. It's also a bit weird when it comes to point blanks, it seems like. Like I was tracking them, but I don't know if it's just like what its range is or if it's not different, and I was just finding it weird. But I found that like point blank really means point blank with this, and I don't think I've felt that way with other guns. I could be wrong, but other than that, yeah, great close quarters SMG, fast fire rate, powerful enough. Great on this map because of how much of it is indoors. Not when you get shot in the back though. This map, yeah, I do find it quite fun, depending on what kind of a lobby you have. Because it is a very camper-friendly map, with all the indoor areas and corners they can hide behind. People just post up all the time. And if you get in a lobby with a lot of people like that, then it sucks to play, because while there's a lot of ways to go, if they're good with their ears, it's hard to flush them out. You know, if you've got dead silence, there's plenty of paths to go around where you can always come at a different angle from where they're looking, but that skin is the Season 4 Black Cell skin, and it's stupid. It doesn't look terrible, but it's like the opposite problem from what the old Rose skin was, in where like it was impossible to see in the dark. Yeah, it turns you like fully reflective silver. It's hard not to see it, which, yeah, I won't be using it. And the other gun I'll switch to once I die, but this one here, I've got the blueprint on, so it's painfully bright in the dark. There we are, and then the Tempest Razorback is good for mid to long range. Like it's obviously got a decent close quarters go, but like it's outclassed. But it has very manageable recoil, and that's why I say it's good. And if you saw that pop up there, it came up saying outnumbered, 2 people damaged me or whatever. That is my favorite part of this update. Because it gives me a lot of information when trying to make a class, which when I'm going for 1,000 kills, it's important to have a decent class, because like that just little extra line of information lets me know how fair the gunfight was. Because, you know, if you're getting into fair gunfights all the time and you're losing, well, either it's a really bad gun or you need to change your class setup. And there's not that many guns in the game that completely aren't viable. So that little bit of extra information, like the kill cam, tells you whether they're camping or not, because you can see how long they're stationary, all that jazz. And I was like, now you can tell if you're third-partied, or even... the most I've gotten at once was 4 people damaged me when I died. And there's what I'm talking about with the camping on this map. That truck's a big one. Like, if I had a one-shot gun, I could probably clear him out, but from the C flag end, there's boxes, and from the mid-side, there's boxes, so it's just open to the water. And down here, there's, they're not there anymore. But yeah, like, that truck, terrible. It's like the only outdoors one that's a truck. Oh, except maybe actually where the C flag is, that one's pretty bad as well. Because it's, you know, you gotta come either down the long road or through the alleyway. There's no real way around that, and they're both boxed off. So, like, you know, it's a pain in the ass in the they're in a head glitch kind of sense. Like, you can see, alright, I got sniped there, but that person that initially engaged me there, like, unless they were ready to pull the trigger, how did I lose that? Fucking hell. Yeah, unless they were ready to just, like, instantly pull that trigger. And, like, while they would have been dead on me, it would have come down to their reaction time versus my reaction time, because for whatever reason they hadn't moved. And even if they had, they'd got that bright silver skin on. And then there's, the thing I really like from the battle pass, showing it off on that gun's terrible because it clips through it. But there's a little black pirate ship there that's my weapon charm now. Because ironically enough, like, oh well, conveniently enough, not really ironic. But at the moment I've been listening to a lot of pirate metal. So, you know, pirate ship, perfect for me. Yeah, this gun's definitely not. Oh, there we are. This gun's way better for this map because it's mostly close quarters unless you go mid-map. And then yeah, I'm not showcasing great. I'm incredibly tired. The Tempest Razorback, you got to get mounted kills as well, and I'm never happy with that. But that didn't really take long. It was just a matter of, well, now I have to do that. Oh. He went out of bounds for too long, I guess. The water on this map kind of lets you get like one good flank in, and then people realize that you're using the water to flank, so they just keep an eye out for it. Fuck off. It was also, shotgun's got a buff in the patch notes, I think. Because the damage is now based off whichever pellet that hits, like, something to do with the, whichever pellet does the most damage, the damage is based off that, instead of, oh, I don't know how it was before, I'm assuming it was like damage for each part, whereas now if you get one of your pellets to hit the head, it'll count as all four of your pellets hitting the head or whatever. Along with that, a bunch of weapons got, they got like their minimum damage decreased or something, but increased the multiplier for head and neck. Ooh. Complete luck there. Yeah, so that's like, I don't know how that'll play out, whether it's, I mean, I'm sure it'll be better if you're able to aim properly, but then other, like, I'm guessing sort of due to, like, you know, being a new season, there's an influx of people, like, people just, that left, like, last season and then are coming back because, like, oh, I'll give the new content a shot. I'm guessing they just, like, Google what's the current meta, because there's an influx of everyone using the TAC 56 again. Like, it had kind of been leveling out where there was, like, you know, meta weapons, but people were starting to seem like they were using everything. But then now, yeah, it's majority of people are using the TAC 56 or the new weapons. And then the other new weapon is here in the events. It's a massive all-community event where we got to get a certain amount of tokens, which, you know, even if we didn't, I highly doubt. Like, they're saying, oh, you know, do this to get this. And it's like, well, even if we didn't, I highly doubt you're going to spend all that time coding something and making it work in the game to then just not give it to us. So I'm sure they'd do something else if we didn't reach it. But, like, we got 22 more days and we're already at almost 17 million. But they did what I said I hate, and they've done it in specifically a Warzone or Plunder. I'm not sure exactly what map it is. I could. There we are. Resurgence quads. And Resurgence. So it's a Resurgence map. And yeah, like there are some challenges for like the normal game, but 75% of them are from Plunder. And it's like, well, yeah, that's just a pain in the ass because I'm not going to play Plunder. It's not what I enjoy. And then if I want to unlock this stuff, I'm going to have to do this. You know, I get 9 free ones pretty much because they're just stuff from different game modes. And then I got to do this another 31 times if I want to get everything out of it. Which, you know, getting 15 kills in a match, that's skill-based, and it's usually not too difficult. But in a winning match, that's entirely dependent on your team doing well as well. That just pisses me off even more than it being predominantly one game mode based. Like, there was a cutscene and everything at the start, so I'm sure there's like fucking whatever Call of Duty law reasons why they're doing it, but it still just annoys me. This is all like ship and sea themed as well. That, I'm interested to see what it looks like, because that's a camo. Other than that, Colonel Squeaks is cool. I actually have a rubber duck on my old computer. He doesn't belong on my new computer, but he's like on the status indicator light, so he was a rave duck. Like, I'm gonna use the ship, so that's... I like it, but I'm not gonna use it. And other than that, like, yeah, this is the only one I'm interested to see. And the battle pass is pretty generic kind of stuff. They've got some of the Black Cell Pass, we've got weapons this time, instead of it all being, instead of it all being skins. There are still some, but there's like, I'm guessing 3 of each. Now, there's a vehicle skin as well, where they've got a mixture this time instead of 6 operators, which I didn't end up using most of the time anyway. So the Black Cell theme this time's kind of weird. It's like slick oil, and the hatchback I'm sad about as well, because if you go here, there's no Junker Chic car anymore. And I never found, like, if it's unlocked through a, like, I'm assuming it's not a bundle because it would still be there. But if it was like I had to do something in, what's it called? Spec Ops, then I'd like to know what it, because one of the vehicle skins for the LTV, I think I got that through Spec Ops. And it's like, well, I didn't even know what I did, but I always wanted that Junker Chic skin. Other than that, I mean, I didn't even talk about the other map, Showdown. It is fucking arse. The game already has a problem with shit spawns, and on Showdown, literally, it's not even just like a problem, it is more often than not I will spawn in someone's line of sight because the map is that open. There's like a ring around the outside and then big open area in the middle with 2 stories within the ring. It's like, it seems cool, but like all around the outside where you can't walk, there's like gates so you can look through. It makes the hard point more interesting because you can't just hide in a corner and kind of camp. You gotta pay attention. But for spawning, yeah, literally like 90% of the time I would spawn in someone's line of sight, and whether I survived it or not was just luck dependent on what they were doing at the time. So yeah, I rage quit that, and I went and did some other stuff that I had to do. Because yeah, I hate that map. The Kustanar district, yeah, I gave my opinions on that. And then there's Battle Map Search and Destroy. I only gave this a couple ago, so I don't know if it was I don't like the game mode or if it's just because I was paired with wankers. But I actually like traditional search. I just like, obviously for camo grind and kill grinding, it's impractical because it's single respawn. But this, I hated the feel of it. But yeah, I don't know how long I've been rambling on. This might be a really long video today, but that's kind of like the full ins and outs of my opinion of the new season. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one.